Hello everybody, welcome along to Bangkok Chitchat, and wherever you are watching it around the world, I hope you're getting through these, let's put it this way, testing times. Hello Andrew.
Yeah, so I'm fine. I'm fine. A different backdrop this time. Got some lights on me.
Yes.
I got a wee bit of
very nice.
So we're going to invite Richard in. So this is the Hua Hin Report. Yeah. From Richard?
Well, yes, I did have a whole thing prepared here, but yeah, let's just get him on. We spoke to him a couple of weeks ago, and let's see if there's anything changed with the rules, regulations, and generally the life in Hua Hin. Richard.
Hi.
Ding dong. Avon calling.
There we go. That's nice.
Nice to see you, Richard.
Hello.
You're looking
Welcome.
good. Looking healthy.
Yeah, quite healthy actually, even though the weather's been a little bit unsettled down here. We've had a few storms actually this last week. Nothing too serious, but you can see that the rainy season is about to come and join us. So yeah. It's a cloudy old day today. And
all over. It's going to start.
We had an amazing electrical storm last night. No rain, no loud claps of thunder, but lots of rumblings and lots of light shows going on in the sky for about half an hour. So I have never seen that before to that extent here. So the rainy season is upon us, I guess, or coming very soon.
Yeah, often power cuts as well when you get those.
Well, let's hope we don't get any this morning. All right then, Richard. Richard, what's going on in Hua Hin at the moment? Is there relaxed regulations and stuff?
Yeah, I think things are gradually returning back to a direction of a little. Well, there's a lot more openness and things are opening up a lot more. You know, we can at last go out to a restaurant. I actually went to a restaurant with my son for the first time last week, and you know, it was great. The restaurant was actually doing really well, but the tables were nicely spaced and everything. So that was great. So, you know, and coffee shops are opening up now, but people are sitting further apart, as you would expect. And of course, we're seeing that, I guess, all over the country. So far as the supermarkets are concerned and the shopping malls, there are two major ones here, of course, Blueport and the Market Village. And I know that around the country, they're using this government app for going in and out of shopping malls, but here they're not using it.
Really?
They're using a Line app. Yeah. So you have to register online. Every time you go in the store, you got to queue up. You got to take a picture of a QR code, sign in on that app, which is on the Line app, and then sign in on a piece of paper with your phone number. Then go in, and then they take your temperature and you clean your hands and all of that, and then then we're into Blueport or whatever. And then the idea is that you check out on the way out by pointing the phone to the QR code and do that. But this is online. It's not onto the government app there. So that's
the Chana or something. Chana Thai or something.
Thai Chana, Chana Thai. Yeah.
My concern with that is that now they've got your line, you're on their Line account. You're going to get spammed and all this information that you're on a database. They say, "Oh, we will only use it for this purpose." Really?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to all those promotions. Yes. Because I know they're going to come. Absolutely. Yeah. So what else has been going on? Hotels and things. We were interested in hotels. Yes, they have finally started to open. Some of them have. The Centara have not. That's the big hotel, which used to be the Railway Hotel years ago. It used to be a Sofitel, and it's now Centara, and it's a fabulous property. They've been closed for some time, and I believe they're due to open probably in about a month. They haven't got a firm date from them. They're also opening up a new hotel up in Cha Am around August, September. So they've got a brand new property on the way up in Cha Am, and the local one here is going to open in just a few weeks' time. But the Marriott is now open, and the Sheraton and all the other big five-star hotels are starting to come back, but in a very limited way. Of course, the hotels are not serving buffets, but the all-day dining restaurants are generally open, but with a lot of spacing. And most hotels will also deliver food or do food that you can take away if you want to do that. So that's quite cool. Some of the smaller properties I'm not too sure about. I think some are open and some have just been struggling. And of course, quite a lot of hotels have had to lay off staff or put staff on hold. And of course, most of those people have either had very little or no income, which has caused a huge problem for when, it's caused a problem, A, for the staff that are struggling, and B, for the hotels who perhaps have lost some staff in the process. So they don't actually have the numbers to operate fully. And this, I know, has been a problem locally.
I'm wondering whether these hotels, when they are opening now, do they open just like a floor and keep everyone, I should say, close together, I guess, if they open a floor, but just for practical purposes, for cleaning rooms and things, and because they don't have so many chambermaids, I guess, now. So
exactly, I think it's on a hotel by hotel basis exactly how they're opening. But the guidelines are firm, and the hotels are putting out a lot of PR saying that they're clean and they're following the regulations. But yes, I think they're doing it on a floor-by-floor basis and slowly. And some restaurants are open while others remain closed.
What's the general atmosphere there? Because what I've read is there's been no new cases down in Hua Hin for a long time, no deaths. No. And presently, just to give an update to people at this time, is of 3,042 cases, only 3,042. Well, it's still a lot whichever we look at it, but recovered is 298, and in the past day, we've had 2 new cases and a total of 57 deaths. So I mean, Hua Hin has had 0 new cases and 0 deaths in a long time. So are people becoming very complacent? Because with complacency, people will get annoyed with all the restrictions and no pubs open. I mean, all of because you're a tourist destination. Is it complacency?
Well, there aren't many tourists. I think the idea is to boost local tourism, which is Thai tourism, back down to Hua Hin, because there's no international tourists now, very, very few, apart from a few people that have been stranded, of course. But no, I think everybody here is wearing a mask. Everybody but everybody, just about. And I think people are really still following the directions and guidelines to try and keep safe. And distancing is really, upheld. Okay, there are some street markets now that have opened. We went past one just yesterday afternoon. Quite a few people in there, perhaps a little too close together for comfort. But generally, though, I would say when you go in and out, of the streets and around people are keeping a distance. And that's terrific.
I read that you've got, as of this coming Friday, which is, this is coming Friday is 29th of May.
Horse Day.
That you're bringing the horses onto the beaches.
Yeah, going to be a big horse day, Friday. Yeah.
We'll go down there and celebrate. Hey, these beaches have never been so clean. Because you know what the horses do is they run up and down the beaches, right? But
I think last week or last time I talked to you, I called them donkeys. So it's been a while since I've been there, but those are the ones I meant. Yeah.
But social distancing,
well, you keep your distance from your horse, of course. But the thing is that a lot of these horses are being kept just maybe about 1 kilometer inland. They're down some of the little back streets, and occasionally you'll drive down these tiny little sois and nearly bump into a horse as you're driving around town. So hopefully those creatures will be back on the beaches towards the end of the week, and also allowing the owners to make a little bit of money as well. That'll be good. Yeah.
So no horse shit on the beaches now at the moment. So that's all coming back.
Well, whatever. But I think. I think it'll be a good start. Hua Hin is quite still a lovely quality place to come and visit, and it'll remain that way. And I think what this whole episode has basically said to people out loud is, the cleaner we can keep it, the better. And hopefully there will be slightly stronger enforcement of the regulations regarding cleanliness, less plastic, less rubbish on the beach, less junk flying around. I think Hua Hin is a beautiful place, and it'll maintain that. And I think it'll continue to attract lots of tourists here, but providing they can keep it clean, and the horses.
You got a new attraction, I see. A new attraction, Hua Hin. They found 2,000 to 3,000 year old paintings in some caves nearby. It's in the Samurai National Park. Yeah.
Samurai Yard down south. Yes.
Yeah,
it's about 40 minutes drive from here.
Exactly. So it's not far. So they found this, and they had pictures of people in clothes and animals. Someone hunting with a bow. That was reported by The Nation. Yeah. So there you go. There's another reason for people to go and see some, let's say, very old graffiti. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But with the coronavirus, people need. I think they will be very cautious about visiting that type of area, because there are a lot of caves down around Samurai Yard, and which is where this artwork was found. And what do you get in caves? Bats. Where did the coronavirus come from? Possibly. We don't know for sure, do we?
Not sure.
I think people are a little bit unsure about that.
Well, it's not going anywhere. It's there for 2,000 to 3,000 years, so don't worry, you've got plenty of time.
Absolutely right.
Yeah, I've heard they've been selling some soup outside the caves. I mean, that's got to be a no-no.
Absolutely, yeah. But, hopefully tourism will pick up, because, again, down at Samurai Yard, they need a little bit of revenue as well. The other interesting thing here that's been going on, I'm just having a look at my notes here, and that is that there's been a lot of donations to the poor here. A lot of the different restaurants around town have clubbed together and got loads of food parcels together. The restaurant just down the road from where I live, at the bottom of the road here, they were giving away packets of food every day, and they had queues of people going down the road. And I know this has happened at several other restaurants as well, to where there are a lot of people, that I was saying earlier, that are not well off and are still struggling and really do need food. It's absolutely amazing, the numbers of people that really need a bit of help and support. And I think this is going to be an ongoing situation. And in fact, later today, in about a couple of hours, I'm due to meet somebody called the Sang Foundation, and they are also involved with organizing groups of people that donate food and essentials to people in the villages. So, there's a lot of that here, because we are so close to the Myanmar border. And there are a lot of tiny villages just inland, not far. So Hua Hin is full. You've got the wealthy, the extreme, and the poor, the other extreme.
I mean, we did a show the other day about the 5 positives of coronavirus. Got a bit of flack for the thumbnail title, but we meant it with all respect. We know what's going on. And one of the things we mentioned is you mentioned the free food, but it's the people coming together to do that, to provide the food for the people that don't have. And I think there's community spirit. I think we talked about it last time we chatted with you. But this community spirit, I'm really, really enjoying, because it's putting faith back into sort of humanity almost. We've had so many bad things we've seen people do. To see people collectively around the country, not just in Hua Hin, start to do this, I think it's fabulous. I really do.
Yes,
I mean, the businesses. Have you had anything? The effect on the little pubs or the restaurants or the beach restaurants? What's been the effect? All closed? Are they open?
They've all been closed, Andrew. Yeah, the bars are still closed, and the beach restaurants still closed. I think there may be 1 or 2 starting to open up now, but no, they've all been very badly affected. Absolutely right.
So is there any idea, have you heard through the network, of ones that are just not going to reopen?
I think everybody knows somebody who's lost a business, who's lost a restaurant or lost a stall or just cannot continue. And the people that tend to do not well, but the ones that seem to survive are the ones that are hardest hit often. I.e. the people that are very basic. All they have is a food stall. That's all they've got. But they can continue operating that, perhaps, if it's mobile. Whereas if you have, a fixed restaurant and it's on the beach, you've been closed and your business absolutely shut down. And this is an extremely difficult situation.
Hopefully
it'll start to open.
Are they being supported by the landlords? Or are you generally seeing that the landlords are just saying, no, you got to pay the full rent? Or,
No, I mean, well, I think it's a mix. It's a mixed picture. I mean, I know, we have one restaurant here, which was quite famous, Andreas Restaurant. And Andreas is this slightly rotund, lovely Italian chef. And he had his big restaurant in town. And he decided to close that because the business was obviously, closed over the past few weeks, and he's opened up a smaller place. But one of the reasons he decided to move was because the landlord there wanted a rent increase, even though he wasn't making money at all. Okay, and I think this situation has happened, on many occasions. But on the other, conversely, there are some landlords I know that are much more helpful in that situation. Yeah. I just wanted to mention very quickly, there is a Facebook group that is well worth having a look. So you can actually see the kind of activities that are going on here in terms of support for the community. It's called the Hua Hin COVID-19 Community Support. If you Google Hua Hin COVID-19, you'll find it there.
I'm doing it as we speak.
Yeah, all right. Hua Hin COVID-19. And it's a community support group. It's on Facebook. There's a lot of information there about some of the, food distribution, people coming together. People all over the city have gone through this Facebook page, and Kate, who runs it, has been run off her feet and been overwhelmed by the success and numbers of people that have got involved. So it's a very positive thing. Did you find it, Andy?
No, not at the moment.
Not quite.
Yeah, don't spoil things. So, shall we finish off on a bright note? Because you've been looking at some. Well, explain about the paintings.
Well, I'm always impressed here because there's always been a very kind of a creative element to Hua Hin. There is actually well done. There's the artist village up at Hinlek Phai, and I want to do a piece on that next time, or in a few weeks' time, not now. And that's run by a beautiful pair of people. But if you look around Hua Hin, there are paintings and pictures all over the place. I mean, at every, on walls, on the sides of buildings. There was this fabulous wall which came together as a community project to have photographs of His Majesty the King Bhumibol. And local people came and they painted one picture per section of wall, and they completed the entire wall of different shots of His Majesty, which was terrific. But then if you look around Hua Hin, you just drive around, you'll see all kinds of unusual colorful pieces of artwork wherever you go. And I put together a selection of pictures which we could actually have a quick look at. People sitting down. Yeah. So if we have a look at some of these, you can see that's just a very simple one on the side of a building. And here is a boat. This one is down in Prambori, and it's quite attractive. And again, just at the side of a supermarket on the lamppost, you can see there's obviously one person that's going around doing a lot of this artwork. Here we are, Love Hua Hin on this one. I like that. That's underneath the flyover. Yeah. Somebody decided to decorate the side of the garage. And this is also a roundabout at the bottom of Soy 88. And this is the biggest one that I found, which is down a tiny little back street. So, there's so much wonderful artwork around. It's well worth exploring the little back streets around Hua Hin so you can actually see some of these.
This could be a thing for Hua Hin in the future once we get over this COVID thing. It may be, they're not going to whitewash over them, I wouldn't think. I think maybe there may be even more of them.
Well, they might be valuable.
Well, I think
Banksy pictures, Banksy graffiti. Yeah. They're worth millions.
It's very similar to the Banksy thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
in terms of some of the quality of the pictures were really good. That last one with that huge face, which is on two walls on the corner there, is absolutely fantastic. And I'm I'm looking forward to seeing more. And I know some of them have been up there for 2, 3, 4 years. Some of them have faded a little bit, but there's a lot of color and a lot of artwork around Hua Hin, which I think it just adds a new dimension to the place.
Quality.
Can we go down there? Can we go down there and paint Bangkok Chitchat on a wall?
You could do, but don't be surprised if somebody carted you off, Andy.
Okay, so. Then that's we're going to see more of you, Richard, because what you do for us on the channel is really good, and we've had so much positive feedback. So we look forward to past the COVID and on to whatever the future holds. We hope that you can carry on giving these little insights about Hua Hin, because I do like Hua Hin, and I'm sure many people watching may not know much about Hua Hin. Some people, it's not a Phuket, it's not a Samui, it's definitely not a Pattaya. It's Hua Hin is Hua Hin, and I think it stands up on its own really, really well, and I hope that it prospers in the future.
Well, I think it will, and I'm sure tourism will eventually come back down here. But you should come down and help the tourist situation. Come and spend your 50 baht, Andy.
Can I come and stay with you?
I'm sure there'll be lots of promotions coming up. Yeah, the hotels, and they're going to have a program to support local tourism as the first step. So Hua Hin's obviously a place, so we'll be down.
Okay, well, look, next time I talk, I'll have a closer look at that, Andrew. I'll talk to some of the hotels, because next time I come back, more of them will have opened, and more of them will have a much better idea of where they're going to be in the next few weeks and months. So we can discuss that a little later.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So for now, thank you once again, Richard.
Pleasure,
very interesting. Loved the paintings, loved it. And we'll speak to you very, very soon.
Good. All right, then. Thank you both. Take care now.
Okay. All right. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to speak to Richard. And we're going to be doing this quite regularly, right, Andrew?
Yeah, we're going to have the report also, well, Hua Hin, but also Pattaya, Chiang Mai. We've just done one, and we're going to have somebody in Phuket as well. So do something regional, just let people know what's happening. I think it's interesting. Yeah. So obviously we're going to ask, please subscribe, like, and share.
Absolutely.
Also, absolutely. Have a look at Surf 105, which is Richard's radio station.
102.5. 102.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm correct.
102.5. Okay, so we're wishing everybody as well that's watching, thanks ever so much for taking some time out in your day, whether you've got plenty of it or not. We still love you to watch, and we appreciate it very much. You saying bye-bye, I'm saying bye-bye.
Bye-bye, see you later, bye.
Bye-bye.